Hey guys, today, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Ugly Truth. September, Thursday. It's been almost 2.5 weeks since my ex-best friend, Riley Jefferson, had our big fight. To be honest with you, I thought he would have been crawling back by now. But for some reason, it hasn't happened. I'm actually starting to get a little concerned because school starts back up in a few days and something needs to happen quick. If me and Riley are really through, that would stink because the two of us had a pretty good thing going. Can I take a rest break? It's only three more blocks. Can't really see that. Oh my gosh, this is not working. Sorry. Now that our friendship is history, I'm in the market for a new best friend. The problem is I invested all my time in Raleigh, and I don't have anyone lined up to take his place. The two best friends options I have at this point are Christopher Brownfield and Tyson Sanderson. But each of those guys have their own issues. Christopher Sanderson. I hang out with Christopher for the last few weeks of the summer, mostly because he is an excellent mosquito magnet. But Christopher is more of a summertime friend than a school year friend. Ouch. Swat. Tyson is nice enough, and we like the same games, but he pulls his pants all the way down when he uses the urinal, and I don't know if I can ever get past that. Hey there, Greg. The only other kid my age who's not prepared up, the same one as Fregley. But I ruled him out as his best friend's I cannot read today. A long time ago. I'll bet I can fit your whole foot in my mouth. Anyway, I'm still keeping the door open a crack for Riley. Just in case, but if he wants to save this friendship, he'll better do something fast. Because the way things stand, he's not gonna come out looking very good in my autobiography. Greg Heffley, A Life. Chapter 8, Childhood. I used to live near this kid. I thought his name was Robert or Roger or something. With my luck through, I'll go to be rich and famous, and Riley will still find a way to ride my coattails. I used to be friends with Greg Heffley by Riley Jefferson. I used to be friends with Greg Heffley by Riley Jefferson. Saturday. The reason I don't use the reason I don't see these changes between me and Riley is because he already found himself a replacement friend. Or to be more accurate, his parents did. For the past few weeks, Riley has been hanging out with a teenager named Brian. Whenever we go to Riley's house, he's out in his front yard throwing a football or a frisbee with a guy who looks like he's a high school or college. Well, I did some poking around and found that this Brian guy isn't just some normal kid from the neighborhood. He's part of a company called Cool Brian, which is sort of like the big brother for hire kind of thing. And in fact, I'd be willing to bet money this guy name isn't really Brian. Cool Brian. Wholesome mentors for growing boys. 555-6739. Mom said she thinks that Cool Brian thing is a great idea because he gives kids a role model they can look up to. That makes me kind of mad because the way I see it, I'm Riley's role model. Yeah! And now that Riley's parents are paying some guy to do what I've been doing for these years for free. The thing that really burns me is that Riley's problem doesn't even know his parents are paying this guy to spend time with him. And I don't think it would bother Riley if he did not know the truth. Today I saw Riley hanging out with a different Cool Brian. So Riley's regular guy must have had the day off. But I could tell Riley didn't even notice. Tuesday. Today was the first day of school. I didn't want to jinx things, but it looks like it could be a great year for me. In homeroom, we got our textbooks from the semester. My school can't afford to get new books every year, so we usually just get hand-me-downs. But when you get a book that 10 kids had before you, it makes it kind of hard to do any actual learning. Adventures in Geography. Using paper helmets. Algebra. Usually I have really bad luck when it comes to previous book owners. Last year I got a math book that belonged to Brian Goff. And that didn't exactly up my cool factor in the hallways. Hey, who got my book? But last year I totally lucked out. When I got my math book, I found out it used to belong to Jordan Jury. Jordan Jury is the most popular kid in the grade above me. So carrying his textbook around should transfer me to major popularity points. One reason Jordan is so popular is because he always has big blowout parties. And it's really hard to get invited. But I figured algebra book can be just a thing I need to get into the Rager. Speaking of popular kids, I sat by Bryce Anderson and his group of friends at lunch today. Bryce is basically the Jordan Jury of my grade, and he's got a bunch of croonies who are always going along with everything he says. Hey, what's that high pitched noise? Yeah, I hear it too. Ow, ow. And those guys are royal to Bryce, no matter how dumb it makes them look. I'm just kidding. There's no high-pitched noise. See, Bryce Anderson has the right idea. He doesn't actually need a best friend because he's got a bunch of I can't see the whole page. Okay, here we go. Hold on, sorry. Who basically worship him. Worship him. The reason him and Raleigh didn't make it is because we were equally partners in our friendship. And I don't think that kind of model has a chance of working out. Friday. At school today, I heard Raleigh telling some kid he was going to a rock concert tonight. I admit I was a little jealous since I've never been to a real concert myself. But when I found out who was performing, I was glad I wasn't invited. Joshy. Still, it kind of irks me that Raleigh is having more fun than I am. In fact, it seems like everyone is having more fun than me these days. These are some kids in my grade who post pictures online. And from the looks of things, these are having way better time than I am. I don't want people thinking my life is lame. So I decided to take some pictures to show how great things are going for me. All you really need is a digital camera and photo editing program that you can make it look like you're having a total blast. Tonight I was right in the middle of creating a wild New York Eve party scene when I got busted by Mom. Oh well, Mom won't tell me post photos on my computer anyway. On the computer anyway, because of privacy. All that. Or maybe it's because she learned her lesson after letting my older brother Roderick post his pictures. Roderick's been trying to get a job so he can buy new drum set. No one will hire him. Mom told him that nowadays employees look up to people they think of hiring. They probably hurting his chances. So Roderick replaced his band pictures with one. So Roderick replaced his band pictures with one. Wednesday. This year, everyone in my grade has to take advanced health, which covers some top secret stuff that I guess they didn't think we were already into now. In the first few classes, the boys and girls were mixed together, but today, Nurse Powell said she was going to split us up. She sent the girls down to Miss Gordon's room, and when she put on the video for the boys to watch, from what I can tell, the video has at least 30 years old. So I'm sure Dad watched the exact tape when he was my age. Say hello to the brand new You Boys Edition. Ew, I gotta move. Ugh. I'm on page 18.